Hi guys, hi, good afternoon. I hope you had a great weekend. Hope you had a really great weekend. So I just wanted to come on as usual to do one of my weekly live streams to talk to you about a topic that I know that you need to hear about. And the reason I chose this topic is because of the last 2 or 3 calls that I did with my clients. I realized this is something that a lot of clients are skipping over, and then they find themselves in a lot of stress, right? So as usual, before I begin my live stream, I like to share this in my DBS group, which is Dynamic Business Strategists. That is the Facebook group where all of my budding entrepreneurs is Dynamic Business Strategists. So if you're not in there, now is the time for you to join Dynamic Business Strategists. So let me just see if I can share it in the group, because the last time I had some problems sharing it. So let me just make sure I can share it first, and then we can get into the talk about research, right? Let me see if I can share it in my group. Yes, I can. All right, let me just let them know that I'm here. Great. So here I am. So guys, good afternoon. For those of you who recently joined the group, and for those of you who have recently found my business page, Marketing Dynamics Business Solutions, I am Adana Austin. I am your coach. I work one-on-one with entrepreneurs just like yourself to help you get very clear on your goals, identify your ideal clients, and develop the strategies to grow your business. The lighting in here is a little crazy. Let me see if I can get something to kind of hold it up a little bit, because I find the light is a little dark. Right? So we develop the strategies to grow your business, right? So we work one-on-one, and we develop those strategies so that you can grow your business and increase your revenue. So that's what I do with you in a nutshell. And today I wanted to talk to you about market research. And as I said previously, I chose this particular topic because the last 2 or 3 clients that I spoke to, I realized that so many of them are skipping over that process, and then later on getting into a lot of struggles and confusion, right? Because they have not done the groundwork. Market research is very important, right? Not because you have a great idea, not because you get up and you figure, oh my God, this idea is the best thing since sliced bread, means that it is a viable business. In order for you to understand your market, to understand the people that you're going to be selling to understand your pricing, to understand your packaging, to understand the demographics of who you're going to be working with, you need to do some market research. Now, mind you, your market research is not something that you just take black and white, right? You have to be able to take things with a pinch of salt. You have to be able to, pick sense out of nonsense, because you're going to get some silly requests and that kind of thing. But you have to do that market research while you are starting your business and while you are growing your business, because it is not a process that only happens when you are starting a business. Throughout the growth of your business, you should be conducting market research, whether it's every 6 months, at the end of every financial year, or whatever. But you need to be conducting market research, because economies change, people's buying habits change, people's tastes change. And for you to stay on top of the game, and for you to be a leader in your market, and for you to always be the go-to person, to be the expert, you need to understand what is going on in the market. And the way for you to do that is by doing research. Yes? So there are a number of reasons I know why y'all don't do research, because a lot of people are scared about what other people would say, right? You feel that you don't know what to ask, or you feel that you're not going to get enough responses. But the thing is, right, it does not matter. The point is, you need to go out and get the information. And there are a number of different ways. You can do a formal survey, like if you use a Survey Monkey, which is a free tool that allows you to use at least 10 questions, right, to formulate 10 questions, one of which should be asking the people you send your survey out to collect their email addresses, because that is an ideal way for you to collect email addresses and build up your email list, right guys? So you can use SurveyMonkey, something as easy as SurveyMonkey, and send out 10 questions so that you can get feedback from your clients. You can do a poll in a group if you have your own group, or if the groups that you're in allow you to do polls. Do a poll to the members asking them for some kind of feedback, like similar to the poll I did in DBS today, right? So that you can get feedback. Even if you have an email list as well, ask questions in your emails and tell people to respond. So your call to action in the email will be respond to me with your answer. Right? So there are many different ways. Every time you deliver a product or a service to a client, always have 5 or 6 questions prepared in advance that you can send to them so that they could always respond and give you some kind of feedback, because that information that you are collecting is what is going to help you to tweak your business to ensure that you are meeting the needs and demands of your customers, and ensure that you are always going to answer their challenges and keeps you top of mind with them. Yeah, so you need to continue doing that market research during the lifetime of your business. It is not a one-off activity that you do, but especially if you're now starting business, guys, that is something that you have to do as you create your marketing plan and your business plan, because you need to understand who you will be serving. You need to understand where they live. You need to understand the age group, how much they spend. You need to understand how often do they spend, what is the thing that is keeping them up at night, and those kind of things. You know the questions that you need to ask. What are the questions? Always put yourself in your client's shoes. What are the questions would you ask somebody who was offering the same services that you were offering? Right? And the questions are there, like, and even ask one of your clients, what are some of the questions that you would like me to answer? And based on those questions, you create a survey and share it with other people. Right? The market research part of the development of your business is very important. Do not just gloss over it. Do not do it. Do not think that you can just figure it out as you go along, because doing that will save you time, it will save you money, and it will save you resources. Trust me, it will save you time, it will save you money, and it will save you resources. And from that research, you will have a better understanding if the market is ready for what you are presenting, how much they are willing to pay, and how often they are willing to pay for what you are presenting. So don't just launch, set up a Facebook page, an Instagram page, a website, do your call cards and say, well, I'm in business. That is not how it works. You have to do the research. Let me know if you have any questions below, in the comments below. Let me know if you have any questions and if it makes any kind of sense to you. I like the idea of asking your clients what questions they want answered. Yeah, ask them, right? Because I know sometimes we get a block of like, what should I ask? But ask them what questions they would like answered, and take those questions and create your survey so that you have questions. Because more than likely other people also want those questions answered, right? But that is a great way for you to kind of get a feel of what kind of questions you should be asking your clients as you do your market research. It is very vital. It's very important, guys. I really don't want you all to gloss over that. And as usual, if you have any concerns, any questions, you don't know exactly where to start, you want help in setting up your SurveyMonkey, just send me a private message or send me an email at info@mkgdynamics.com, or just send me questions in the comments below, and we will get on a free call and we'll talk through the process of collecting your data. And again, another thing I want to tell you is that it does not happen overnight. That's the next thing. People feel that you send out a survey and you just get the results overnight. It does not. A lot of times it takes 1 or even 2 weeks for you to gather the information, because if you do a survey, for example, you may want to share it across different platforms to get different responses, right? Sometimes when you first release a survey, you might get feedback about a particular question that needs to be tweaked or changed. That's very regular, very natural, and sometimes you may want to go back in and just kind of tweak it if you have the opportunity to, right? So it's not hi Stacy, oh yeah, it's been forever. Right? So it's not something that is going to happen overnight. And don't be bothered by things like, oh my god, I only got 20 responses, oh my god, I only got 50 responses. Those are 20 and 50 responses that you did not have before, right? And a lot of times when we do these things, you know, it's really an eye-opener as to what people think, what people feel, and you know where people stand, where the economy stands. And as I said at the beginning, you take everything with a grain of salt, right? You don't just take the information and just run straight with it, because you also would have done other kind of research. So you kind of mesh and meld the research that you've done so that you can come up with the best package for your ideal clients. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions. So I'm just going to stay on and see if anybody has any more questions before I log off about doing the market research, if they've had any problems with conducting market research, and or even analyzing the research when they do get it. Because another thing is, one thing to collect it, then you have to analyze it and see what makes sense and what does not make sense. Right? So let me know if you have any questions below before I log off, guys. Yeah, so that's what I want to tell you. Do your research, ask your clients, use SurveyMonkey, use polls, use your email marketing, and ask your clients for feedback after you have delivered this. After you deliver a product or a survey, always have 5 or 6 questions planned from before, which you deliver to them to ask them for feedback. I try to do that after I do any of my self-study courses or my group programs, my 6-month group program or anything. I always have a set of questions that I would send to the group, asking them, you know, what could have been done better, what topics you wanted covered some more, what extra support would you have wanted, how much would you have paid for the amount of information that was shared with you, and that kind of thing. And in that way, I use that information to tweak my next package, to tweak my next program, to make it more, you know, more impactful for the next group of people who are coming into the program, right? So whether you're doing decor, you're doing jewelry, whether you have a product or a service, you need to do that market research on a continuous basis so that you could always continue to improve what you are producing and make sure that you are really meeting the needs of your ideal clients. Yeah? So that's all I wanted to come on and share with you all today. Don't forget, Action Accelerator is still open. It's 6:50. We start on the 24th of April. And this is for you if you are ready to get into some serious action. It's going to be intense. It's going to be for a month. We get into action every single day for the month, right? Where you're going to just really skyrocket and stuff. And then I have a marketing program which starts on May 1st. It's $2,000 and you can pay in 4 installments of $500 each over 2 months. And in that, we go into deep into your market research. We also are going to produce your marketing plan. We're going to go into your goals, the key assumptions, your ideal clients. We're going to develop strategy, and of course we're going to do market research. We're going to do some market research to figure out exactly what you need to, what you're selling, your pricing, your packaging, your ideal clients, where your clients are, what they want from you, and that kind of thing. We're going to do all of that in that marketing program that starts on May 1st. As I said, that's $2,000. So just let me know as usual. Tell me in the comments below, tell me in a private message, or send me an email at info@mkgdynamics.com, and let's get the conversation started. So guys,